Wàá ti máa gbọ́ pé jáfe kò ló lásìkò.
Wàá ti máa gbọ́ pé Jandor olókòdè. Wàá ti máa gbọ́ pé jáfe kò ló lásìkò yìí. Wàá ti máa gbọ́ pé Jandor olókòdè.
In the year 2016, when 10 friends decided to go on a retreat in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, little did they know that a great movement was about to evolve.
For so many years, I was busy understanding the structure, how it's being played, what has been the problem of those that have come before us, why did they fail.
At that retreat, Dr. Abdulaziz Olajide Adediran Jandor announced his intention to contest as governor of Lagos in 2023.
I announced to them my intention and the fact that we're starting like now. And they were like, who campaigns for a governorship election 8 years to that time? And I said, that is how we're going to go about it, because we're disrupting the narrative.
With this announcement, the Jandor Foundation came to life. Jandor Foundation is a non-governmental organization solely funded by Dr. Abdulaziz Olajide Adediran. This foundation targeted empowerment of men, women, and children at the grassroots.
Most of the things that we were doing were not politically related. We were just alleviating poverty, empowering people, giving scholarships, and speaking to the things that ordinary citizens want from government. What we did was to visit per local governments. So when we visit Lagos Central today, for instance, the next week we would go to Lagos West, and the other week we'll go to Lagos East.
3 years down the line, the Jandor Foundation had metamorphosed into Team Jandor, but with the same operational structure, with the sole aim of empowering and liberating Lagosians. This time, however, they took a step further. They set up 2 levels of engagement, the Bile Eco Forum and the Eco United. The vision was clear.
The intention, one, is to know our numerical strength. We are having about 5 divisions in Lagos, and 3 of those divisions are mainly indigenous divisions. So how can we now say that we cannot get 2 million out of the 20 million residents of Lagos? But we have not ascertained it, we have not been able to prove it. So we now form a Bileko Forum. One, to know, to go to all the nooks and crannies of Lagos, to know our number, our strength. The operation is very simple. When we move to each of the local government, we inaugurate all our ward coordinators. And each of the ward coordinators should have their own ward ESCO. Then we tell each ESCO to start registration of members with at least 200 per ward. And we succeeded in doing that in all the 57 local governments in Lagos State.
Even though we deployed a strategy that focused first on the grassroots, we also take the elite as very, very, very key, very, very important to what we're doing, because they are more informed and they're more in touch with the reality. They can easily understand.
In 2020, having all structures in place, they returned to the drawing board. It was decided that the 3 groups, Team Jandor, Ibile Eco, and Eco United, should come under one umbrella for the ultimate target, Project 2023. Hence, the movement, Lagos for Lagos.
Lagos for Lagos movement it's a movement that has everybody's expression, embedded in it. Either you are of the Igbo extraction, or you are Yoruba. Even if you are not from this state, you are of Arewa extraction. Everybody's expression is embedded in our Lagos for Lagos mantra, and that is because we believe that the state of Lagos hasn't worked for everybody. It has only been working for a privileged few, and that is what we want to change. That's why in our structure we have the Igbo. We have even the Igbo structure that we have is even broken down. In Igbo town unions, we have structures, we have ESCOs. In their markets, we have structures, we have ESCOs who are rooting for this. A lot of people look at Lagos for Lagos, or the people at the opposing camp, they go to town and speak about Lagos for Lagos, of it being only an indigenous group, you understand, and that we're against the non-indigenous. Well, that's not it. Because the Lagos that we're talking about hasn't worked for anyone. We want a Lagos that works for everybody living in Lagos.
The goal is to sensitize, empower, and march out for Project 2023. In 2021, until this very moment, Lagos for Lagos movement has become the fastest growing and strongest political movement in Lagos, focusing on its Project 2023.
The Project 2023, beyond party affiliations, we have a monster that is confronting development in Lagos. I mean, we should come together, we should unite to confront this monster in the name of anti-development. It's not the time to say I am of APC or I'm of PDP or of ABGA. No, what Lagos needs is an independent ainsman, irrespective of wherever this person is coming from. Because in the last 20 years, we have only had one governor. I mean, and every other person you see, they're just tenants in that office. Now we need a governor that doesn't require a second level approval before he can make Lagos work. And that is what should be everybody's priority in the year 2022, irrespective of the party affiliations. All of us must come together and say in 2023, that year will be the year we will reject offer of another puppet from a supposed godfather.
In October 2021, the Lagos for Lagos movement, which was a political group within the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC) in Lagos State, held a parallel ward, LGA, and state congresses when it was obvious that the Tinubu-led Lagos APC was not ready for an elective Congress to elect party officials, thereby continuing with a style of imposition. The Lagos for Lagos congresses recorded huge success and saw more crowd than that of the state government-backed congresses. In December 2021, Dr. Abdulaziz Olajide Adediran and thousands of his supporters of the Lagos for Lagos movement took a decision to leave the All Progressives Congress. In January 2022, Dr. Abdulaziz Olajide Adediran and the Lagos for Lagos movement moved into the People's Democratic Party in a rally that shook Lagos to its very foundation. Since the massive, groundbreaking, halts to the ground January welcome rally into the People's Democratic Party, the Lagos PDP has not remained the same. Leaders, ESCOs, and members have repeatedly thrown encomium on the political revolutionist of the year, Dr. Abdulaziz Olajide Adediran, whom in one voice many have testified has brought huge value to the party. The kind of value they say has not been seen in decades.
Go back and tell everybody that this time next year we are coming back to celebrate the PDP governor in Lagos. Is it not so?
After his official declaration as member of the People's Democratic Party, 1,000 supporters from the APC, Jandor'S kicked the ground running. He kicked off an integration tour to all local governments to hand over all Lagos for Lagos members to their PDP counterparts. In March, Dr. Abdulaziz Olajide Adediran officially declared to run for the office of the governor of Lagos in the presence of thousands of members of the Lagos PDP.
In the process of my journey and being in that corridor of power as a consultant to the office of governor and government of Lagos State, it's opened my eyes to a lot of things. And I asked myself, Ballot in this state why?
May the 25th, 2022, Dr. Abdulaziz Olajide Adediran became the official flag bearer of the Lagos chapter of the People's Democratic Party, where he promised to use this ticket to reconcile all aggrieved members and leaders. In June, Jandor'S visited Dr. Adedosumo, Engineer Deji Doherty, Jimmy Agbaje, hosted all candidates who have emerged from the primaries, all state ESCOs. He further inaugurated the Reconciliation Committee. Dr. Abdulaziz Olajide Adediran visited Alaba International Market to commiserate with the leadership and chairman of Alaba Amalgamated Council of Sectional Heads over the attack on traders who made attempts to get their PVCs.
Your Excellency, irrespective of party affiliation and other things, it is our right this time around to vote the right individuals. Yes, sir. And they haven't discovered that Nigerians, everybody is a party member, but this time around, people are looking at individual character. And we want to make a change.
Also, in June, Jandor met with INEC officials in Lagos and the Commissioner of Police. He was also in Osun State side by side with Governor-elect Senator Ademola Adeleke. In the month of July, Jandor unveiled to the world his running mate Olufunke Akindele.
Untainted. Breath of fresh air.
His running mate Olufunke Akindele subsequently met with the PDP Women Mobilization Committee, where she was officially welcomed into the party by the women.
Politics, politician, governance. She can care welfare and she said, our jẹun and she said, fellow me my jẹ. But I do know what take back lóṣooṣù. Security òsì, ọ̀nà ọ̀dà, health system ọ̀dà, kò sí kankan.
After the unveiling, the Jandor Funke Visionary Pair got invitations from churches and mosques for special prayers, from Idiaraba Central Mosque to Ijaniki Central Mosque, Active Apostles Church, Idimo Central Mosque, Ikeja Central Mosque, Omoniyi Ojule Central Mosque in Ijuishaga, Moson Okunola Central Mosque in Alimosho, and Celestial Church of Christ. And still in the month of July, Jandor received into the PDP some key members of the APC in some local governments. In the month of August, Jandor inaugurated the 444-member campaign council. Later in the month, the Elders and State Caucus was inaugurated. Also, in the month of August, the deputy governorship candidate Olufunke Akindele kicked off a familiarization tour to party members in her Lagos East senatorial districts. In September, Jandor welcomed to Lagos the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Wazirin Adamawa, former Vice President, His Excellency Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, who has promised to do all to support the Lagos PDP in taking over from the APC. Wednesday, October 19th, 2022, Jandor and Funke's visitation to all 245 wards in Lagos began. This is a Limosho local government with 11 wards. Day 1, Jandor visited 4 out of the 11 wards in the local governments, C1, C2, G South, G North, while Jandor continues his consultative meetings with critical stakeholders in Alimosho. His running mate Olufunke Akindele visited the Yanopaja and Orisumbare markets in Shasha. As we move within Alimosho local government, a local government with the largest population but unbelievably with the poorest road network in Lagos, from Ishari to Idimu in Egbe. These are visuals of the horrible roads in the local government, from Egbe to Ikoton Abaranjẹ. What you see are horrible pathways in a local government that produces the largest vote. It is day 5. Jandor and Funke's visitation to more wards and communities in Badagry continues. First port of call was the riverine communities in Badagry. While his running mate Olufunke Akindele visited Ajara Market, Agbalata Market, and Fiber Market. And as Jandor rounds off his walk tour for Sunday, 23rd October 2022, the campaign train was ambushed by sponsored political thugs around Ikoga Junction area of Badagry local government. Monday, 24th October, the train moves to Ojo local government, which is the local government of Dr. Abdulaziz Olajide Adediran. Second day in Ojo local government, Jandor takes campaign to riverine community, visiting all 11 wards. Igboja Kekere Ward H, Irewe Kingdom, Idoluwele in Ward J. October 26, 2022, we begin Wednesday's ward tour in Amu Ward of In 2 days, Jandor visited 11 wards in this local government. Thursday, October 27th, it is day 9. Jandor moves to the riverine communities in Amu Ward of In. From what we could gather, one would hardly believe that Amu ward of in local government, with a population density of approximately 300,000 people per square kilometer, still suffers neglect, worn-out roads. And on the 10th of November 2022, Jandor and Funke arrived at Apapa local government. This is the 5th local government the pair will be visiting since the war tour kicked off in October. It is day 2 in Apapa. Jandor arrives to Marine Beach, but in his usual Friday manner, he takes a moment to observe the Jumat prayers at the Danlami Mosque in Apapa. He met with different Arewa groups in Agbumalu, Maybe, Mechanic Village. On Saturday, 12th of November, Jandor and Funke took the message of the breath of fresh air to Lagos mainland local government. On Sunday, 20th November, we moved to Lagos East. First on the agenda was Ekpe local government with a total of 19 wards. While on this tour, residents of this community made sure Jandor visited some of the abandoned projects in their community. One of such is this deserted, neglected bridge, which they say connects the community to other 16 villages. The bridge was started by Governor Michael Otedola in 1992, but has been abandoned by successive administration. On this trip, Jandor also visited neglected communities like Oriba village and its a community with no electricity for the past 16 years. It is a 19-kilometer drive to Oriba, very thick forest, dark waters and terrible roads. This is not a part of Lagos you can ever imagine. 20 villages cut off from development. After this interaction, Jandor takes a tour around Oriba community. This is the only primary healthcare in Oriba, which was built in 1982. No nurse, no doctor, not even a single medical equipment. All road leads to the riverine community near Arakpagi in Ward F. We took her from Bogije Jersey. Were received by excited people of Arakpagi community who again for the very first time can see a governorship candidate come all the way to know the state of the community and the people. This is the state of their health center taken over by growing grass. Residents here lament lack of government presence. Tuesday, 10th of January 2023, Dr. Abdulaziz Olajide Adediran and his running mate Olufunke Akindele visited Ikorodu local government with 19 wards. This is Adamo Junction. The Jandor-Funke pair decided to engage traders, shop owners and passers-by despite the terrible condition of road. We arrived at Owutu Kingdom. Jandor walked through Owutu Market all the way to Owutu Palace to meet with the Council of Ballot. Friday, 13th January, Shomolu local government. Jandor met all artisans in this local government. This is Aja Market. Wednesday, 18th January, Lagos PDP Deputy Governorship candidate Olufunke Akindele went around some markets in Etiosa local government. On this tour are the 2 PDP House of Assembly candidates, Honorable Hassan Zamani and Honorable Akim Jinadu of Etiosa Constituency 1 and 2.
Do you want a change?
Thereafter, a courtesy visit to the Yaloja, Madam Aminat Adewale Alagba. This is Akilo Road in Agege, Friday 20th of January. Jandor moves to engage executives of Akilo Spare Parts and Machinery Dealers Association, including other stakeholders. Tuesday, 24th January, Dr. Abdulaziz Olajide Adediran and Olufunke Akindele was received in Koshofe local government. For more than 30 minutes, Jandor and Funke walked from the beginning of Alapare Junction all the way to the end of the road. As Jandor was denied access to Canis to meet with Agboiketi residents, so was Olufunke Akindele denied entrance into Koshofe Fruits Market. Jandor returns to Koshofel local government the next day to round off with more wards. He joins the Hausa community in Opik Estate, leaving for Wuru and getting to Wuru community just after Falabi Private Hospital. They were stopped by political thugs who, on the authority of the APC government, prevented us from going into the community. Jandor, whose action in the face of intimidation by the paid scouts, expressed his unwavering bravery, got down from his car and went into the community. The Jandor Funke campaign train arrived to Rulere local government on Thursday, 26th of January. On this tour, Jandor also paid a courtesy visit to Chief Dakwa Durosimi Eti, also here to receive Jandor as some elders in the community.
And that 4 years ago, we evidence share 4 years to that time. I still love it. Exactly. So we are proud of long. Along with the way. Then if you go to the my governor of Lagos State, Inshallah.
As Jandor and Funke moved from ward to ward with the message of the breath of fresh air, it is evidence with the reception and conviction we take away from each ward that indeed Lagos is ready.
Vote Dr. Abdulaziz Olajide Adediran Jandor as Governor of Lagos State. PDP! Power to the people!